This podcast contains strong words and provocative ideas. If either offends you, turn off now, weirdo.
Let me just quickly top up my White Russian. Hello, my little croissantwages. I'm Sir Laurent St. Wright. Once upon a time, many moons ago, I directed movies and TV shows like the 1979 sci-fi classic Atlantis Attacks. I was even knighted for my contributions to the arts, but over the past 63 years, I've also been collecting a very specific form of art, literature-based erotica, or dirty stories as the layman calls them, and I now own the world's largest private collection of these fictional sex-based texts. From Tutankhamun's hieroglyphics displaying furry fetish porn, to R. Kelly's letters of unrequited love, to the students at Brentwood Junior High, I have them all. And I've decided to share this legacy with you before I die and pass on some of the finer works in my collection. Now, because these stories are written by the everyday Tom or Tammy or, I don't know, Tatum, that's the only non-binary name that comes to mind, they contain some poor syntax and the occasional spelling mistake. So in an effort to remain as true as possible to the author's original vision, I have left them in. So, with the help of my beautiful cast, may I proudly present Erotica Verbatim. Now, before we get to today's story, it's time to answer some viewer mail. A Darren Leslie Gerald of Port Richey, Florida writes to say, I've been having an affair with my wife's mother, and I'm going to send you some hot stories that I'll write about it. Just please keep me anonymous. Well, your secret's safe with me, Darren. Oh, I see what I did. I'm so sorry about that, Darren. I'll call you, Daniel. So yes, that letter was sent in by Darren. Daniel. No, Darren? Oh, God, hold on. Let me... So this letter reads Darren Leslie Gerald, so I'm going to make your nom de plume Darnell. No, Daniel. Jesus, Darren. It's Darren. Today's entry is written by someone who calls themselves White National Patriot Shitlord 69, and it's a subtly observed political tract that still makes time for some naughty fun. So, without further ado, let's get stuck into MAGA Powns the Libs. My name is Dwayne Lapierre, and I'm a good old 21-year-old Southern boy, the only part of these Murrican states that count. Me and my family are born and bred MAGA folk, a streak reaching back to my great-great-grandpappy's plantation. Now, a lot of people think folk round here are racist, and that couldn't be closer to the truth. So you can imagine my anger last Thursday when the black Amazon driver dropped off a box so hard he dang sure broke whatever was in there. He was almost back at his truck when I ran out yelling and pumping my double-barrel AK-47.
Whoa, slow down there, boy. I got a boner to pick with you.
I said. He turned around and I realized this sumbitch was almost 7 feet tall. I paid no mind to his huge muscles that bulged out of his glistening blue and black Amazon jacket, nor his massive legs that filled those Amazon shorts to breaking. I was 6 foot myself with a big bushy beard, but I'd let myself go since my football accident when I was 6. Anyway, I was the one holding the gub.
Who do you think you are, tossing that package onto my stoop so careless-like, huh?
I said menacingly.
'Cause if it's broken, then I'm gonna break you.
He smiled, then just grabbed the gun from my hands and snapped it in two. He then grabbed me by the back of my Kevin Sorbo t-shirt and dragged me back to the house, saying,
Open the box, then, you dumb racist intel. Let's see what's broken.
I opened up the box. It was addressed to my pester, and to my surprise, it was a big old black dildong. The next thing I heard was the delivery driver saying,
I knew you were a racist figure. You boys always are.
He dragged me to my bedroom by the scruff of my Scott Baio t-shirt and then removed his shorts and pulled out a cook the size of an anaconda. I ain't never seen nothing that big before. I'd been saddled with a micro-penis. But do you think Obamacare helped me? Fuck no, they didn't. That was just another example of socialism gone wild.
Why don't you wipe that drool away from your mouth and get sucking?
I wiped the drool, but it wasn't there because I was thinking of being taken by a powerful black man. No. It was there because I knew what was in store for this liberal snowflake. He was about to get pwned. He shook his 13-inch member at me menacingly. And suddenly it was in my mouth and I was bobbing up and down for all I was worth. I heard him laughing.
I didn't even have to force you.
Maybe not. But maybe I was terrified he'd sick the Clintons on me and they'd have me killed in a park in the middle of the night when no one was looking except for some random contributor to InfoWars. He ripped my Randy Quaid t-shirt in half and started laughing again.
Oh my God, you were wearing a bra.
I was. But it was from China, and I'd saved all sorts of money when buying it thanks to President Trump's tariffs that had worked out so well. I wondered if this Democrat even realized that.
Damn, are all you MAGA creeps just repressed faggots?
He asked, but I was the one laughing, because I wasn't wearing a face diaper like he was. What a snowflake.
You got me good and hard, boy. Now take off your pants and bend over.
I quickly turned the framed picture of Mr. Trump away from me so he didn't have to see what came next. Because what came next was me! But this was all part of my plan to pwn him. I grabbed my MyPillow and bit down hard. This one's for you, Mr. Lindell, I thought bravely. He began pounding away mercilessly, sending me into oblivion. And as he hit my prostate gland, I yelled, "Let's go, Brandon!"
How you know my name was Brandon? Well, no problem.
Oh, he picked up his pace, but I was too busy laughing on the inside at how dumb he was, because I had her pose and he was raw dogging like no tomorrow. But to be honest, I was also wondering if I'd ever be able to walk again. For there I was, bent over the bed in a red, white and blue MAGA bra and matching MAGA thong, getting reamed into new dimensions, but owning this lib like he'd never been owned before. He suddenly nutted so deep inside me, I thought I was going to wind up pregnant with his black baby. But that was okay. I could still get an abortion even if women can't, because I'm a straight white Christian man and we can have anything we want. I silently thanked the Supreme Court and White Jesus and Steve Bannon and Tucker Carlson and briefly wondered what an all-out orgy between us would look like. I started picturing Clarence Thomas naked, but then I thought of his wife Ginny and my erection instantly went away.
Yeah, that teach you a lesson, boy?
The Amazon driver was now wiping his big black deck and his spent remains in my hair and smearing it across my face. What a libtard, I thought smugly. I bet he even votes against his own self-interests all the time, too. I took a deep breath, then said,
"Let's go, Brandon." Again?
Well, if that's what you want. Don't you move, don't you move. Don't you...
The next morning, my sister asked me if I'd seen where her big black dildo was. You know, the one she'd ordered from Amazon. I self-consciously touched my rear, where it was making its new home, and said,
"Maybe you should order a new one, but get the same delivery driver."
The end. Well, this is why I love collecting erotica. It's not just the sexual encounters that stay with you, but the unanswered questions too. Like, when is Amazon finally going to unionize? And are all MAGA men deeply closeted, self-loathing homosexuals? Or just all of them? CPAC, I'm looking at you. Well, until next time, sweet dreams, my little croissantwages.
You've been listening to Erotica Verbatim, created, written, and produced by Hayden Black. Edited by Joe Lariga. And starring Hayden Black, Sarah Oleksic, Chet Kincaid, and Julio Heinsohn. If you had a laugh, please recommend us, and don't forget to subscribe.